You have one with a tube as well, right? Are you doing this one? Okay. All right, so we'll do this one again. Curl the tips. Just the tips.
But tube है क्या अपना? But tube है.
Curl the tips. Good. Keep the back knuckle straight.
So does that imply like a pancreas?
There it is. Good.
Pancreas
And straighten.
and then liver is
And then down.
also store sugar.
Like this, just like this.
Yeah, and then it goes to the liver.
Good.
Can I ask you a question?
And straighten.
How long have you been
And all the way down to the
6
palm.
weeks out from midshaft metacarpal
And up.
valence fractures.
And make that full fist.
So she.
Alright, let's see.
I was telling you, this lady, I think downstairs for spine, she did it for me.
Mhm.
She was the best blessing in my life. She taught me all the tricks. I do it even today.
Are they faded?
So it's very helpful.
Who did you see? Do you remember?
She actually left to go to the West Coast.
Okay.
I was her last patient.
Well, I'm glad it was helpful. It makes all the difference.
Oh, it does. I'm very grateful.
Alright. Okay, yeah. And then down like this. Up, just like that. Flat. Good. And up. All the way up. Now let's try it this way. Curl. Very good. And straighten. And down just like this. Good. Up. And then bottom of the palm.
Right.
And up. And full fist. Best fist you've got. Go, go, go. Curl them under. How much pain? 0 to 10.
A strain or sprain. You're thinking.
0 and 10 में कितना पेन हुई? 0 अगर कम है कितना हुई?
4, 5.
Okay.
But 0 is the best case, right?
0 would be no pain at all.
मतलब 0 मतलब कोई दर्द को नहीं और 10 मतलब ज़्यादा दर्द है. तो 4 बोलो तो कमती दर्द हुई है. 6 बोलो तो मतलब 40% कम है.
Have you been able to touch your palm yet?
Did it say they're healing?
No, up to this. Only up to this.
Good.
No. This is up to
That's getting better
up
though.
to this.
When I measure you again at the end, I think it will be better than before. Alright, one more. Up. Curl just the tips.
But how painful is she?
Just the tips. Just like this.
Okay.
But today was the first day she's
Right there. Good.
Oh, you just
And
got
up.
today?
And down. Flat.
So when he says 4, he's reversing the sequence. He's thinking it's 40% better. So it's really
Okay.
6.
Okay. Good. Good to know. And flat.
That's not good.
Let's keep that wrist a little straighter. Alright.
I would want more.
There we go. Good. That's better.
She needs something
Go more.
stable. Is it stable?
Alright, let's do one more of that one.
What was your gut?
Good. And then now a full fist.
Can she do that?
Curl.
Yeah.
Good. And let's do one more.
It could be okay if you're like very
All the way. Curl them and touch that palm.
Up to this. It is up to this. But, not more.
Okay. That's much better. Alright, I give you a break.
Press right over it.
Alright,
That's clinical healing.
we'll try these ones. Do you remember these ones? Mm-hmm.
That I'm doing. This is
Stabilizing
this is better, but
You have to be very careful not to move the other joints. So, may I
from
see?
here,
Yep, just the very tip.
It's not like if it's unstable, then it's going to make it stable.
Do you see how you're bending here too?
I would just,
So try this one again.
is you being stable?
Only bend this joint. Do not bend this one. Just a very little motion.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Just like that.
That's interesting.
That won't. Do you see how it's moving more?
Oh, Jasmine got her first.
Good.
I think you're gonna end up seeing her because I told her she needs to come first.
Okay.
So
It's a very small motion and that's okay. That will help it stretch.
Irritable.
Okay.
Unless she's just more fearful.
Some less pain this, but this is, yeah,
Those are the ones that are the big trouble.
it is better. It is better.
Good.
That one's interesting though.
Yeah, I just don't want to do the service, but I also don't.
I would say after a week. If we're not
Good.
getting anywhere, it's like more painful, then I would push. At least for him.
That is much better.
Just to feel better about it. And if it displaces, it's not good. It's gonna need
There you
surgery. So I would do it. I don't know
Okay.
if that's right.
So
But
I want to try this new one. I want you to pick up as many as you can, one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time.
So, in which finger?
You can use any of the fingers, but you have to keep them all in your hand when you pick up the new ones.
Only one at a time.
One at a time.
नहीं और उठा लो और कितना उठा सको एक एक करके और उठाओ. So does he squeeze a few times in between like as he picks it up or?
You don't have to, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay हाँ नहीं वो squeeze करने का कौन है आप एक एक करके उठाओ और उठाओ कितना उठा सको. मतलब मेन चीज़ उठाओ ना हाँ और उठाओ और एक उठाओ. So that's the trick, yeah. और एक उठाने की चेष्टा करो, so that's the max. That's a neat little trick.
Make the other fingers work while the other ones go too, and that's getting much closer to a fist.
But he's not supposed to use the right hand, right? Okay.
It's not the goal, but if it
Yeah.
if it helps get a bigger handful, that's
Sure.
okay.
Okay. Little bit. Is this the sponge or the special type of sponge?
It's the same sponge, we just cut them up into tiny blocks.
Okay.
Oh, but as far as like sponges, like
Yeah,
just
it's not
store
that
sponges,
sponge.
they're therapy sponges.
Yeah, I think so.
They're a little softer. I think they're easier to handle because they're not as rough.
Oh, then I would take first one, then second, third, fourth, fifth, just
हाँ और right hand use करना कौन है? खाली left hand भी करना है.
only left hand, yes, understood.
And those colors are representative of the rigidity.
Mm-hmm. So the yellow is the lightest, then the red, and then the blue.
First red, then this.
The red is the middle, so this is the easiest.
Oh,
The red is middle.
this is middle. This is first, this is second,
Mhm.
this is third. Yes, and I have also sponge, also roller.
Good. You got all the toys. How does this feel? Is it okay?
Okay, I have to practice daily.
Okay.
Then it will some relief.
I don't mind a little discomfort, a little stretch, but I don't want it to be so painful that you're making faces.
Mm.
So it should be a little difficult, but not very painful. And now from here, I'd like you to drop them one at a time.
एक एक करके गिराओ एक एक करके एक एक
One, two.
नहीं एक
First
एक
one, then one
नहीं,
more, then one more, then one
नहीं
more.
उठाने की बात नहीं बोल रही है.
Just like this. First one, then two, then three, then four, then five, just like this.
Just like that. So we'll drop them.
एक एक
This is not at a time. Okay.
नहीं एक बार में नहीं गिराऊंगा आप समझ गया ना क्या बोल रहे हैं.
हाँ.
गिराऊंगा भी एक एक करके है.
अच्छा, अच्छा.
He didn't listen to.
Oh, like this.
Just like that. You don't have to squeeze it every time. If it feels good, you can, but you don't have to squeeze it.
Mm.
So the exercise is primarily to pick them up and to drop them off.
Yep.
Squeezing is fine, whatever.
Squeezing, sometimes when I get the full handful, I'll squeeze. But if it feels good, you can squeeze. If it hurts, you don't have to. But this helps the coordination of making all of your fingers work
Yeah.
together, and then towards a full fist so that you do not drop them until you're supposed to.
In this finger, it is some more pain.
Okay.
In this,
That one's been giving you some more trouble.
yes.
All right, so we'll finish spitting these out. Good. Go ahead and just relax for a moment.
Every day for
Do you feel better or worse than when you came in today?
it was usually no problem. वो करियर है बाद अब ज़्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है या खराब लग रहा है?
Some more comfortable.
Good. So that's why using the hand is good, especially if you heat it up first and you just work through stretching. You feel better. So that's why I want you using it every day. All right. Let's see. We'll try this one. I don't know if I like it yet, but we'll try it. You're going to scoop it up between your fingers. So do this.
Oh, just like this.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Mm.
Good. This can help with some swelling in your hand. This helps work some muscles that helps pump some swelling out of the hand. And now the tricky one is the last one.
Daily I have to do
This one you don't
more exercise
more. How
from
much?
this, from roller and everything.
How much are you doing now? How many times a day?
2 times.
Okay. I think you do not have to do every single exercise every day. You can maybe rotate. So you can do the blocks one day and you can do these the next day.
One day,
But you should be stretching every day.
one day, one exercise. From using one day this, one day sponge, one day roller.
I think that's good. I think the
But
stretches,
not all these in one day.
So
the stretches every day.
Mm.
But the exercises with the tools, you can do one a day if
Oh.
that's helpful. I don't want you to spend the whole day from waking up to going to bed doing
Oh.
exercises.
One day, one exercise. From one day from this, one day there is sponge, one day roller, just like this.
If that helps you do,
3-4 times
what was that?
in one day. 2-3 times,
2 or 3 times. 3 is nice, morning, afternoon, and night.
morning, afternoon, night.
But the stretches should be every day.
It is every day.
Every day for the stretches.
Uh,
But one exercise a day
yes.
with the tools.
Oh.
Pick one to do 2 or 3 times a day. I'll write that down.
So rather than doing the small blocks in the morning and the big blocks in the afternoon and the roller in the evening, or mix and match?
Either way,
Okay.
that's all fine. What I just don't want to happen is that every time we give a new exercise, that it makes each session become a 20, 40, 50-minute session, and then it takes the whole day. So whatever works for you. The stretches, every time. But these you can do morning, afternoon, blocks for night, or you can do one each time every other day, just so that you're not doing too much every day. Whichever one works better for you.
And this I should use after hot bag. After hot bag, warm hot bag. Then I can use this.
After the hot, after you don't have to put this on after the heat. When you need this for comfort, you can wear this. The exercises you should do after heat.
So when is this to be done again?
These?
Yeah.
I think Megan said 30 minutes at a time. I think that's what
Yes.
she said. Just so that it's not on for too long to worry about circulation or for skin. But whenever it feels good. So if you're hurting in the middle of the day, you can put them on. Or in the morning for a little while, you can put them on. So whenever the finger's feeling very painful and achy, you can wear those.
And you do it to one finger, or you do it to a couple of fingers?
Whatever's
Or,
comfortable. Yep. If you've got enough for a few fingers and you don't feel like you've got, if they're on each one, you're going to be like this. But whatever's comfortable, it's just to relieve some pain.
Mostly I need in this 3.
Mm-hmm. So you can wear it for those 3, as long as it doesn't make your fingers get all spread out like this. because they're very thick. But otherwise, we just like the shorter periods of time to make sure they don't get too tight, they don't get too sweaty. But you can wear it whenever it's comfortable throughout the day. All right, let's see. I don't have a good picture for this exercise. Are you okay with just the video and the description? Because I don't think I have this one in a handout. All right, so let's get those measures again to see how those fingers are moving. And we'll give you these. All right. Last one, are you ready to show me what you got?
Okay.
All right, best fist. Down here. Oh, bring it down, bring it down. Good. Okay, even more. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Good. Down, down, down. 76. Okay, keep going. Very good. You're very flexible there. 191. 95. That one's better. That one's better. Okay. They're all better after you warm up. That's very good. You're almost to the palm there with those two fingers. That would be a very nice goal to work towards, is to try to get these two fingers to touch your palm.
These two.
This one would be nice, but I know this one's hurting. But these are coming very close. Do you want to see? Can you show them?
Yeah, I can come over that far. That's cool.
So those are almost to a fist. And that's what you really need to be able to hold things, right? Is to get that fist. So those are coming very close. So I think once you heat and do your stretches and some exercises, that will keep coming along. It's very normal to wake up in the morning and be very stiff and sore again. That's part of arthritis. That's just part of the game. So really warming up and stretching every day is going to be very important. All right, do you have any more questions?
No.
All right.
What's the best keywords, YouTube keywords for these types of things? Specifically, you were talking about finger arthritis. I thought the doctor told me another fancy word which I couldn't ever recall what the hell it is.
Let's see. Wonder what they said. I know they have listed osteoarthritis. I'm not certain, and there are some other words that they use sometimes. Arthrosis or arthralgia, things like that, for joint pain and stiffness. But really, a lot of the things in that realm are similar to arthritis. So really, the keys are joint protection, not doing things that are very painful, but keeping moving. The same motion is lotion. You got to keep the joints moving so that they don't stiffen up too much. but then avoiding overuse and avoiding activities that are too painful. So those are the key principles, and really a lot of the conditions that look like this. So, but looking into things for arthritis is usually the way to go. Tools, looking up arthritis tools or ergonomic tools. If you're looking for things to use your hands better, to protect your hands with kitchen tools and utensils, things like that. But yeah, it's really just about pain management, doing things to bring the pain down, protecting the joints from getting worse, and then keeping them moving. Those are the most important things. All right, so I'll give you these and these, a few more for your collection. And I think that was looking like graduation today, right?
So how do you do it? Is that what we do, or do we? He's going into a bypass next week.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he's going to come back for some kind of rehab program here, anyways. So should we, for this one, should we schedule something 3 weeks out, or what do you recommend?
I don't know if we would add much. I suppose if the big thing is if you're undergoing something new medically, that it might just, you might be immobile for longer, so you're not using your hand. I don't think we would really add anything new. If it would be helpful to check in, we can do that. But I think as far as new exercises and activities, what you've got now is going to be helpful for moving forward and getting the motion going.
Okay.
With rehab, usually after something like that, it's not usually hand-specific rehab.
Yeah, it would be something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was wondering, should we schedule something like 3 weeks out as a checkpoint, or would you be okay with that?
We can, since we've been coming pretty regularly now, and you do have something new going on, we can check in to see how it's going. But like I said, if anything, it might be a review just to make sure everything's going well.
Okay.
But yeah, looking at graduation or discharge pretty soon, just to work on things at home, I think is good key. Sometimes we have people come back with a new order from the doctor from time to time over the years if anything's getting worse or isn't getting, the condition won't necessarily go away, but the pain and motion should hopefully improve with doing these exercises and things.
Okay.
So it's something you live with, so sometimes we check back in with people. But I think with something new coming up, scheduling a few weeks out wouldn't hurt. We can check in. But
Okay.
otherwise, that will work towards getting you just working on that home program, because I think it's doing well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much
You're very
for
welcome.
all your help, and